Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm giving you guys another cooking 101 recipe, and today I'm going to do smothered chicken breast with peppers. Okay, so I'm just going to show you exactly what I use for this recipe. I know the intro is kind of different. I'm trying to sit down for a little bit so I can chop up these veggies, and the bell pepper and the onion and the jalapeno I like to cut into I want to say lines. I'm not going to chop them into chunks. It's just going to be like, you'll see what I mean when I show you how I chop the vegetables. And Sunday's over here on this side imitating me. So I'm going to use some chicken, and for this recipe I am using half breast chicken. It has the bone in it. It has the skin on. The bone and the skin, that is where the majority of the flavor is at in the chicken, because you know sometimes chicken breast could be a little dry. Okay, so for the vegetables I'm going to use a bell pepper, 1 onion, and this is a medium-sized onion, regular size bell pepper, and then I'm going to use a half of a jalapeno. I would have used the whole one, but this is all that I had left in my refrigerator, and I'm not going to the store just for 1 jalapeno. Okay, so for the seasonings, garlic salt, I usually use the seasoned salt by Lawry's as well, but I don't have that right now. I ran out, so I'm going to use this seasoned salt, which I purchased from Smart & Final. This is Trade Winds. It's just as good as Lawry's seasoned salt. Black pepper, this is also from Smart & Final, and this is the Trade Winds brand. And I like to get my seasoning from Smart & Final because they sell in bulk, and it lasts a long time, so you don't have to keep going to the store every other week to buy a jar of seasoning salt or garlic salt. I usually catch them on sale at Stater Brothers for $1.99 though. Okay, and then cayenne pepper from Trade Winds as well. Like I said, this brand is at Smart & Final. They sell all of their seasonings in bulk, and that's where you could go to save a little bit of money. Okay, so I don't use a lot of cayenne, just a little bit, because you know Sunday gotta eat. And to smother the chicken, I use the cream of chicken. I'm going to use this 1 big can, so it's kind of like a chicken breast with peppers, and the chicken of cream of chicken soup kind of substitute as a gravy. So I'm going to also cook rice with it, and maybe a vegetable. So it's just me and Sunday right now. Shania's at her dad, so I have some food for the week. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now we're going to season the chicken. I have them turned on their back right now, just to be able to season both sides. So first I'm going to start off with my garlic salt. And you could use whatever seasoning you like. You do not have to use what I use. Your food is going to taste the same, because mainly all you're going to taste is the chicken, the peppers, and the cream of chicken soup. Okay, this is seasoning salt. You guys always talk about sodium. This is the way I like to eat my food. If you want to use Mrs. Dash or kosher salt, whatever floats your boat, that's what you use, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and use some cayenne pepper. And like I said, I am seasoning both sides of the chicken. Okay, so after I season the chicken, I'm going to place a little bit of butter and a little bit of water in the pan and throw it in the oven. We're going to add the cream of mushroom soup later. We're also going to add the bell peppers and onions before we throw this in the oven. I also want to add a couple of parsley flakes. Well, baby, get out of there. You can't what? Okay, this is optional. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the chicken over and season the other side. Okay, make sure you use a big enough pan to fit all of these pieces of chicken in there. Okay, so we'll do it just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and season this side. And the sun keeps going in and out, in and out. I hope this light doesn't bother you. There we go, that's better. And I like to eat my chicken like this because sometimes I don't like to cook on the stove because you have to sit and watch the food. And when you cook it in the oven, you know, you just let it cook and come and check on it every now and then. And you could also saute these in a skillet, or it's kind of like a fry, and then later on smother it with gravy and put a lid on it with the peppers. But I like it to do it this way because it's easier, because I can't be standing over the stove, and you know, Sunday be running around acting a hot mess around here. So we're gonna go ahead and finish seasoning. Now the last thing is the parsley flakes. Okay, so now we're gonna add the veggies. Oh yeah, and preheat your oven. I forgot to do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna put it on 400, and then I'm gonna check it every half hour. Well, it shouldn't take longer than an hour. Okay, you want the peppers on the chicken so it could absorb the flavor from the peppers. So I'm just adding the bell peppers right now. Okay, so the jalapenos. And I like the jalapenos for flavor. You could pick the jalapenos off. I'm not gonna give my baby no jalapenos now. Okay, you see how the peppers are a rustic chop? You want to be able to bite into an onion and bite into a bell pepper, you know? So I love vegetables. The more, the better. And you could go ahead and separate your onions if you want, but it really doesn't matter to me. And if this is not enough onion, you go ahead and use 2. Okay, so every piece of chicken has a lot of peppers on it. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of water at the bottom of the pan. And this is so the chicken won't burn at the bottom. And I like my little Canon M10 camera because it doesn't cut off after 12 minutes like the DSLRs. You know, you could keep recording and recording until you press the stop button. And the battery lasts a little longer too. Okay, so you just add in water. Matter of fact, I need to take the skillet out the oven. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some butter out of the refrigerator, or should I say margarine, because you guys be so specific on here. I know real butter is better, but this is what I use and this is what I use. Okay, so we're just gonna put some margarine in the corners of the skillet and in the gaps, the center right there where you see a gap, just throw a piece of butter right there. Mommy? Yes. Yeah, Mama make you some chicken, okay? Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven uncovered, and after that, I'll show you how I prep for the cream of mushroom soup, because I don't just pour the cream, well, not cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. I do not just pour it over the chicken. I make it into a soup first, and then I put it over the chicken, because those clumps and chunks I do not like. Okay, so I'm just go ahead and place this in the oven, and I'll be right back and show you how I prep the cream of chicken soup. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I prep the cream of mushroom soup for the chicken. The reason why I would like to pour the soup on top of the chicken after I take it out of the oven is because it's really clumpy, and I don't like all that chunks and stuff like that. So this is how I like to do it, and I like to add water and a little bit of seasoning to the soup. So I'm just pouring all the soup inside of this pot. Okay, so I'm getting all the soup out of the can, and we're gonna turn the fire on low. So I'm prepping the soup even before the chicken is done. And I'm going to use a half a can of this soup. Well, I'm gonna put some water. I only filled it halfway of water, the can of soup. So that's what it looks like. Okay, let me get my whisk. And yes, it's metal. And yes, my pot is metal. And you're gonna hear some scraping. So if you don't like it, put it on pause, because you guys be leaving some crazy comments. Okay, so that's enough water. Okay, and so to season the cream of chicken soup, I'm only going to use a little bit of the chicken bouillon, which I always use in the majority of my recipes. This is a nice seasoning to have. It's like $4.99 at Stater Brothers or Smart and Final, and it seasons your food to perfection. So this is how much I'm using. Go ahead and put that on there. And also some black pepper. And a little bit of parsley flakes. And I like to use parsley flakes because it makes the food pretty. Sunday, turn on the light for mommy. The camera keeps going, the lighting keeps going in and out because it is raining out here. Turn on the light for mommy. Turn on the light. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and whisk. So if you don't like the sound, then go ahead and plug your ears up. I'm just getting all those chunks out.
Mommy,
What, baby?
I want coffee.
No, you ain't getting no coffee. What? You see how smooth it's getting? All the chunks are disappearing. Stop. Okay, Mama, make you some chocolate milk in a minute, okay?
No. Stop.
Move.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let that sit on the stove. Go ahead and turn the fire off. You just want to get the chunks out, and then before we take the chicken out, we will turn it back on and then let it warm up before we pour it on top of the chicken. Okay, so that is how the chicken looks right now. As you see, the onions and bell pepper have a little bit of char on it, and like I said, before you take the chicken out, like 5 minutes before you take the chicken out, go ahead and warm up the cream of chicken soup. So now I'm going to go ahead and pour the cream of chicken soup on top of the chicken and the peppers. And I already made my rice. If you guys want to know how to make rice without it being sticky, quick and easy and fast, and I have a video in my Cooking 101 recipes playlist, so go ahead and check that out. So we're going to throw this back into the oven, but we are going to cover it with some foil this time. Okay, so I'm going to use my cheap 99-cent store foil. And I'm just going to cover it with just one piece, not two. And then we're gonna let this simmer. Turn your oven down to 350. And we're going to simmer this for about 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back in the oven. And then after that's done, the meal is done. You can cook whatever you want with this meal or with this chicken. I'm doing rice. You could do mashed potatoes. The cream of chicken soup is gonna serve kind of like a gravy, so whatever you want to put gravy on, that's what you cook. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the oven. Okay, so this is the chicken all done. Very scrumptious, got a little bit of kick, very delicious. You can use that cream of chicken for some gravy for your rice. Like I said, go ahead and check out my rice Cooking 101 recipe, because I show you how to do it quick and easy and to where your rice don't even be sticky. And that is how luxurious and beautiful this chicken is. It's going to be so delicious. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.